Hello and welcome back to my channel. It's Mei Yee here, a hypnotherapist and a coach, and this is video 3 in our series on sleep. Now, we have been on quite a journey together. In the first video, we talked about why sleep feels so hard and why that is not a reflection of anything wrong with you. In the second video, we explored how your body is designed to sleep and why understanding that design changes everything. So today, we are going to go inside the sleep cycle itself, because when you're understanding what's actually happening while you sleep, and especially when you understand what's happening at 2 or 3 a.m. in the morning, a lot of the fear and frustrations begins to dissolve. Now, we could all do with a little less of fear and frustration, don't we? So let's begin. When we finally lie down and begin to drift off, you don't simply fall into sleep all at once. You descend through it in layers. The first layer is light sleep. This is a gentle entry point, the place where the mind starts to release its grip on the day. Thoughts become softer, less sequential. You may notice that strange floaty sensation where you're not quite here and not quite gone. That's beautiful liminal space between waking and dreaming. About 20 minutes later, you sink deeper. This is a slow wave sleep, deep sleep. And this is where your body does its most profound physical work. Tissue repairs, hormone rebalance, your immune system strengthens. If you're ever woken from a deep sleep feeling genuinely restored, this is why. This stage is where real physical recovery happens. And then later in the night comes something quite extraordinary. REM sleep, rapid eye movements. Your eyes begin to move gently beneath your eyelids. Your brain lights up again, almost as active as when you're fully awake. And yet your body remains beautifully still, as if quietly held in place. This is when your unconscious mind does something remarkable. It sorts and files the day's experiences, strengthening what's useful and gently releasing what no longer serves you. Memories consolidate, emotions are processed, and this is when we dream. Sleep is not unconsciousness. It is one of the most active and purposeful states your mind and body ever enter. Now, the question I hear more than almost any other: why do I keep waking up at 2 or 3 in the morning? Here's what's actually happening. All night, you move through the sleep stages in gentle, repeating cycles, roughly every 90 minutes. Each cycle moves through light sleep, deep sleep, and REM. But here's what's important. The balance within these cycles changes as the night progresses. Early in the night, your cycle contains more deep sleep. Later in the night, around 2 or 3 in the morning, the cycles become richer in REM sleep and lighter overall. That transition point from the deep, heavy earlier cycles to the lighter REM-rich later ones is where many of us surface back to wakefulness. It is a natural biological shift in the sleep cycle, not a malfunction, not a sign of insomnia, a normal part of the rhythm. The problem, as we talked about in video 1, is what tends to happen next. The mind wakes, notices it's dark, checks the clock, and immediately begins. Why am I awake again? This always happens. I have to be up in 4 hours. I can't function tomorrow. What's wrong with me? And now the body, following the mind's leads, and has shifted back into alert mode. So what began as a natural pause in the sleep cycle has been turned into a crisis by a worried mind. The waking is not the problem. The story we tell about the waking, that is what keeps us awake. Now, as we are to continue, if this sounds familiar around waking in the night has offered you even a little relief, that means a lot to me. Hit the like button and it helps this content reach people who are lying awake at night now, searching for exactly this. And do subscribe if you haven't already. There are 2 more videos in this series and they build beautifully on everything we are covering today. Now, let's keep going. Because what's coming next might surprise you even more. Now, I want to address something that I hear from people constantly. Says, I didn't sleep a wink last night. Now, in almost every case, this isn't quite accurate. As I say that, not to dismiss how someone feels, but because understanding the truth actually helps. Studies consistently show that people dramatically underestimated how much sleep they actually got. The conscious mind doesn't always remember the period of rest it passed through. You may have moved through fragments of deep sleep that the waking mind has no memory of. And beyond that, your body has a safety net. If you go too long without sleep, the unconscious mind takes matters into its own hand. It creates tiny moments of rest called microsleeps, seconds or minutes of unconscious recovery that happens whether you are aware of them or not. And when rest finally comes after a difficult night, the body drops straight into deep sleep, prioritizing what's most needed, compensating what was missed. Your body is not your enemy in all of this. It is quietly, persistently working on your behalf. Here's something I find genuinely beautiful about all this. The unconscious mind, the part of you that runs your heartbeat, your breathing, your immune system, your digestion, is not neutral about sleep. It actively wants you to rest. It will work around you, compensate for you, and protect you, even when the conscious mind is making everything much harder. When you understand that, the relationship with sleep starts to feel a little different. Less about completing, more about collaboration. You are not fighting your body. Your body is fighting for you. The deepest part of you has never stopped trying to give you rest. It simply needs you to stop getting in the way. So waking up at 3 a.m. in the morning is not a sign that your sleep is broken. The sleep cycle is simply doing what it does, and the body is always, always trying to help. And with that, thank you for staying with me through this one. I know some of the myths, the fears and stories we carry about sleep can feel very personal. And I want you to know it takes courage to look at them differently. If you know someone who dreads waking at night, who lies there convinced that something is wrong with them, please do share this video with them. It might be the most reassuring minutes they spend in a long time. And in my next video, we are moving into something practical and genuinely powerful, how to reset your sleep rhythm without force, without willpower, without making sleep into a project. I will see you there, and thank you for watching.